Happy Wednesday. Welcome to this week's collective reading. A few days late, but better now than never. So I already drew the card for this week, but there's something that happened with the video. So this week we have this amazingly beautiful image. Balancing polarities, compassion and determination. So nice, that picture. So I feel like this week we are learning how to move through the world with a balance of these energies of the masculine and feminine. We're not talking about gender here, we're talking about energy. So the masculine energies of like getting things done, like it says here, determination. So the active side of ourselves, of doing things and bringing through our vision in an active way. And then there's this feminine side, which is more about like surrendering, receiving, allowing things to come through, taking things slow. And I feel like this week we're kind of learning how to have a healthy balance of those, because too much of one, it's too much of the feminine can be that we are, maybe apathetic and we don't get on and do things, and too much of the masculine is that like maybe always going, we can overwhelm and burn out. So yeah, I feel like this week we are learning how to have those two things, two sides of us active at all times, so that we bring through what we want to in our life and in healthy, balanced ways. We give time to reflect and for that softer nature, and then we also don't shy away from that more active, more forceful or strong, or whatever else you want to call that masculine energy. And as well, so here says about compassion and determination. So when we're also like relating with people in our lives, I think we can all experience these relationships where there's you want to set boundaries, and it can be like that's the more kind of masculine side of things. Okay, setting boundaries, asserting the self, being stronger. Then there's that feminine side of the compassion, and also letting yourself see something for someone for who they are, and being a bit gentle on something or someone. So it's also good to note that with relationships, how can we have these two aspects as well in a relationship, be it lover or family or friends or whatever else, but to have on one side this softness and this compassion and this openness and this flowing, and the allowing energies, and on the other side also having strong sense of boundaries, what's right and what's wrong for you, and assertion, self-assertion and self-love as well. So that's that beautiful, amazing card with the masculine stag at the front here. And I'll draw another one for this week from a different deck. So yeah, a card to go along with that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have 8 of Visions here. Let's see if we can see that. So, this card, in the image, it's these kind of ghostly women who are, sort of, I think they're walking around in kind of these memories and this kind of sense of sorrow. So I feel like this is about letting go of the old and not ruminating, and kind of allowing new stories to happen in our life. It might be that's around with that relating thing that I was speaking about just before, is that everyone has a past in relationships, especially with like family and stuff, that we have these continued relationships with. There's there we have a history with that relationship and a past, that if we ruminate too much on that past, it can be that holds us back from having a new future with that person or a new story. And we can get kind of stuck in this energy of what was. That could also be in a more positive sense of like always hoping and wishing for something better, or what was, like the good old days. So I feel like this card is just kind of warning against that energy of rumination and stagnation. And alongside with this, whether that is with the relationship, how can we move through in the forwards by like, again, setting strong boundaries and self-assertion, but also having compassion for that person and for yourself. And if this is in like a situation within yourself, not ruminating on the past, like what you did or where you've been or what could be, and instead bringing through the anew with the balanced energies of the active and the more passive energies. So there's your weekly reading. Thanks for tuning in.